These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hello, I'm Megan Thompson with your afternoon update from ABC15 Arizona. And we do begin with a major update on a story our team at ABC15 has been staying on top of, as the U.S. Supreme Court has just denied taking on the Ian Mitchum DNA case tied to the Allison Feldman murder investigation. Feldman was found dead in Scottsdale back in 2015, and familial DNA from an unrelated case pointed police to Mitchum. The Arizona Supreme Court ruled in December the warrantless search did violate Mitchum's Fourth Amendment rights, but believed police would have eventually obtained his DNA. His attorney appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court, but as we're learning now, the justices will not take up that case. We do have a full breakdown of how we got here posted right now on ABC15.com. And today, the Arizona State Board of Education will be meeting, all to discuss school vouchers and ESA. It's a story our education team has reported on extensively. The board's deadline to approve a new ESA handbook was May 1st, but that has been pushed back until June. ABC 15 education reporter Eleni Dow will be tuned into today's meeting and will keep you updated on what happens there. Also today, Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays will be hosting a town hall to give an update on the federal lawsuits filed against the Trump administration. The Attorney General is involved in 11 lawsuits challenging the administration on topics from birthright citizenship and mass firings to public health grants. The town hall starts at 6 p.m. You do need to RSVP if you want to attend. ABC 15 is advocating for you when it comes to your finances. And right now, buy now, pay later is becoming a more popular way to pay. It can help in times of financial hardship, but is it always a good option? Scripps News Group consumer reporter John Matarese dives into a growing trend of buy now, pay later regret.
The companies DoorDash and Klarna have just teamed up to let people use buy now, pay later plans for food delivery. But we wanted to know, is that a smart idea, especially for such small purchases?
Ellie Cochran is among the college-age shoppers who love to spread out payments with buy now, pay later plans. In her case, for the big horse race.
I bought it for my Kentucky Derby ticket.
Did it work?
Yep, it worked.
Lauren Kent is also a fan.
A lot of people, like I said, they might not have all the money at one time, and it's nice to not see a big chunk of money come out of your bank account.
But there can be downsides. Personal finance company NerdWallet finds more than half of Americans have used buy now, pay later services. 16% regretted a buy now, pay later loan, and 19% paid late fees or interest over the past year.
It's important to remember that it is a form of borrowing. And if you're unable to make payments on time until you've paid off that purchase in full, there are going to be financial consequences.
NerdWallet's Sarah Raffner reminds consumers that missed payments can affect your credit score. When used responsibly, smart shopping expert Trey Bodge says buy now, pay later can be a helpful stopgap.
It is a great way to spread out purchases across multiple pay periods or multiple months, so it can give you some wiggle room in your budget.
But both experts caution against overusing buy now, pay later, especially for smaller purchases like fast food, and say it's best reserved for larger purchases. Shannon Jordan has friends who buy now and pay later, but she won't.
I personally do not think it's a good idea, just because if you don't have the money then 9 times out of 10, you probably won't have it later either.
Good advice so you don't waste your money. John Matarese, Scripps News Group.
Tracking your most accurate forecast on this Monday, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. We cannot have asked for a better start to the work week here in the metro. For late April, in the mid-60s this morning at 8 o'clock, warming up to the mid-70s at midday under sunny skies and generally light winds. And look at our high today, 83 degrees. That is 5 degrees below normal for this time of year. And we'll see highs up in the high country today, only in the 50s for areas like Flagstaff and the south rim of the Grand Canyon, 60s along the Mogollon Rim and toward the White Mountains, with 70s and 80s across the majority of the lower deserts. But we will be steadily warming up the rest of the week. We go from the 80s today and tomorrow to the 90s Wednesday through at least the early part of the weekend. Then look at those temperatures by Sunday. They plummet into the upper 70s. Due to a storm moving in. Even a slight chance for a shower tomorrow at about 10%. And again on Sunday here in the valley. In the high country, that rain chances at 30% tomorrow and about 20 to 30% for Friday and the weekend, with highs in the 50s and 60s.
We will have another update for you tonight. Until then, get the latest news, weather, and traffic at ABC15.com, or you can download that free ABC15 mobile app.
These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.